Hey, what's up? Have you ever thought about this fact that why don't you get something that you want in life? And why do other people get everything that they want in life? We tend to think that हम भी इतना ही काम करते हैं जितना बाकी लोग काम कर रहे हैं, राइट? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि हम दिन भर घर में बैठे हुए हैं, we are not doing any work. You might be just sitting and being sad. The thing is, everybody is working hard, but then why do a lot of people get what they want in life, and why do a lot of other people do not get what they want in life? This has been one of the main things in my life that I wanted to work on, and this has been one of the major problems that I have faced in my life. And I did not even know, at first I did not even know that I had this problem. मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि मेरे साथ कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि आई एम गुड इनफ. मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि लाइक I know everything that I need to know. So if I'm not succeeding, then there might be the chance that I am not meant to be successful, or there might be a chance that I am not good enough as other people. I see other people going out, like whether it is in game, whether it is in dating, whether it is in their social life, whether it is in their career, whether it is in their financial life. I'm like, why do some people get everything that they want, and why for other people everything is difficult? Like no matter what they do, everything is difficult. So I'm going to share a couple of experiences from my own life. I'm going to share some things from my own life, and then I'm going to relate it back to you. So in this video, we are going to talk about a couple of things. We are going to talk about the mindsets that were formed in the childhood that we still might be carrying. We are going to talk about what to do about it. We are going to talk about your inferiority complex. We are going to talk about why do you feel that you're not good enough. So this is going to be a good, very in-depth video. In this video, you will learn a lot of stuff about you. You will learn a lot of things about why are you not getting what you want in life. ऐसा क्यों है? Why are you not getting the stuff that you're working for? So let's start. There are two kinds of people generally speaking. I'm categorizing people in two kinds. The first kind is somebody that was born and brought up in a good enough family, somebody that was born and brought up in a family where other members were successful or somebody was successful, right? And other people who were born up in like very small towns, very small cities with very average families. So if you look around in the world, you will see that both of these people have succeeded. People who come from good background, people who have come from good families, they have also succeeded. And people who have come from mediocre or average or maybe even very small families, they have also succeeded. So why are we talking about this? We are talking about this because there is a very thin line between that drive and between like there is a very thin line of why some people achieve what they want in life and why some people don't. So in order to begin this video, I want to talk about your upbringing, or I want to talk about your childhood. So for example, when I was growing up, I was from a very small city. I was from a very small family, and I never saw anybody doing anything good in the life. Like till the time I was 20 years old, 22, 23 years old, like there was nobody around me, or I did not know any person in reality जिसने कुछ अच्छा करो अपनी जिंदगी में. सो मुझे लगा कि यार जिंदगी ऐसी होनी चाहिए, राइट? जिंदगी यही है. लाइक मूवीज में हम देखते हैं कि लोग छोटे शहर से बड़े शहर में जाते हैं, एंड देन दे बिकम मिलियनर्स, दे बिकम फेमस, दे बिकम सक्सेसफुल. I thought that that only happened in movies because I have never met anybody like that. So for the first 20, 22, 23 years of my life, that was what I was thinking. And this affected a lot in everything that I did. Whenever I tried to play a sport, I thought that, well, I don't think I can be somebody who can be a team leader, right? I don't think I can be the best footballer in all of the colleges or in all of the schools, because हमारे schools में football tournaments, cricket tournaments, sports tournaments होते थे. So what I thought was I would participate in that, but I know for sure that I am not going to do anything good. I know for sure that it is impossible for me to perform as well as other people. There was no reason for me to think that, because I was good in football. I was also kind of decent in cricket. If I had practiced a little bit more, then I would have become better. I would have become one of the best footballers or one of the best cricketers uh, in my area, in my locality, or in my town, among the schools that I was in. But I had the mindset that it is not possible for me. Like it cannot happen. Okay, I cannot be that good. Another area of my life that suffered very much with this is when I changed my first school. So I was studying in a small school. Bachpan mein I was studying in a small school, and when I moved to a bigger school in my standard fifth, what happened is I saw a lot of amazing people there. I saw that there were so many cute girls, there were so many rich guys, there were so many good-looking guys, there were so many guys who were very famous, who seemed to be so magical, who seemed to be so charismatic. So the moment I went to that school, the moment I started thinking to myself, well, I need to find somebody who is of my caliber, who is also as poor as I am, who is also as uneducated and as much of a failure as I am. Because obviously, it is impossible for me to make friends with the best people of the school. It is impossible for to me to talk to girls who are very cute and who are very popular in the school. So I developed that mindset that okay, this cannot happen because I have not seen anybody do this, right? Because I'm not coming from that kind of worldview. My worldview is like a person gets what he's supposed to get for, not anything more than that. When I was growing up, ये मेरा worldview था. If my family, if my friends around me, they are not very rich, they are not very successful, they are not doing very good in life, so life ऐसी ही होनी चाहिए. I don't think anybody was supposed to get anything that they wanted in life. All they can wish for was just to, live normally, just to like not die. So my highest aspiration was just to not die. When I used to give exams in my school, my highest aspirations was just to not fail in every exam that I have ever done. My goal would be to go for 40 or 45 or 50 marks, and usually I got around that. I was very bad at school, extremely bad at school. In sports, I was extremely bad. Not that I was not very good. Like in sports, ऐसा नहीं है कि I had no talent. I had talent. I know that I could be a good footballer. I could be a good cricketer. I could be a good batsman. I could be a good bowler. But और मुझे लगा था कि बहुत सारे लोग कैंप जा रहे हैं. Like there used to be cricket camps back then, and I saw a lot of people going to cricket camps, and I'm like how the fuck इनके पास इतना कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया कि ये सोच रहे हैं कि ये क्रिकेट कैंप जाके क्रिकेट सीख लेंगे और cricketer ban jayenge. Unless and until it is God given, how can you develop that? So as a boy, as a child, like when I was 13, 14, 15, I was very shocked by it. Like तू क्रिकेट जाके सीख रहा है वहां पे, तू एक एक्चुअल कैंप में जाके क्रिकेट सीख रहा है. हाउ द फक कैन यू इवन थिंक अबाउट डूइंग दिस? हाउ द फक कैन यू डू दैट? बिकॉज मुझे लगता था कि you have to live with what you have gotten. You cannot learn anything new. You cannot do anything good. Okay. Then I saw other people taking music classes. I'm like, who allowed you to take music classes? Like अगर मैं अपने पापा मम्मी को बोलूं कि भाई मेरे मेरे को म्यूजिक क्लास लेना है, they will be like, चूतिया है क्या, क्या दिमाग में कुछ कीड़ा काटा है, क्यों लेना है म्यूजिक क्लास? क्या बनेगा? रॉक स्टार बनेगा, नचनिया बनेगा? Like what are you trying to be? I'm like, obviously, man, a normal person like me can never be a musician, can never be a, famous singer, can never be a famous musician or successful musician. Obviously, it is impossible. Why am I thinking about that, right? This happened when I went to college. When I went to college, this also showed up in all areas of my life. uh, I did not do very good in college because obviously I thought that, well, it is impossible for a person to do anything good in college because my destiny is already sealed. I am not that good. Okay, I have not seen anybody do good in my life. I'm not that good. Everybody has said that beta, ठीक से जिंदगी बिता लो, सेफली जिंदगी बिता लो, उतना ही काफी है, ज्यादा सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है, ज्यादा नहीं उड़ना है हवा में. So I'm like, yeah, obviously, my mom and dad are right. Like, क्यों उड़ना हवा में? Why the fuck you should have a goal? You should never have a goal, right? तुम पढ़ाई करो, पास करो, एक कॉलेज में जाओ, वहां पास करो, एक जॉब लगेगी, जॉब करो, मर जाओ. This is it. I had accepted it. When I went to Delhi, the first time when I went to Delhi, I started going out I started learning about game. I started learning about meeting people, and then also I am seeing other guys. I am seeing guys like with who are living with me, like who are my friends, who are my hostel mates. I'm seeing them that they are going out, and what they do is they go out in the real world, and they try to hit on the cutest girls. They try to hit on girls who are actually hot. I'm like, भाई तेरे में इतना कॉन्फिडेंस कैसे, तू ऐसा कैसे सोच लिया कि ऐसी बंदी, ये बंदी दिल्ली में पली बड़ी है, ये बंदी इतनी अच्छे बैकग्राउंड से आती है, इस बंदी के पास अपनी कार है, तूने ऐसा कैसे सोच लिया कि ये बंदी तेरे से कभी बात करेगी? And what actually happened was the girl actually talked to them, and they actually ended up dating. They actually ended up dating, and I'm like, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? एक इंसान इतने छोटे बैकग्राउंड से आने के बाद, राइट, एक छोटे शहर, लाइक यू नो, a city like Patna, if a person is coming from such a small city, such a small background, such a small family, how can he ever think that he can get a girl like that? How can he ever think? How is it even possible to think that? How do you have so much self confidence? How do you have so much belief? यार जब मैं गेम सीख रहा था ना, लेट मी टेल यू वेरी ऑनेस्टली व्हाट माय गोल वाज कि भाई एक बंदी मिल जाए, मोटी, कैसी भी, लाइक आई डोंट माइंड, लाइक एक बंदी हो जिसको मैं बोल सकूं हाँ मैंने एक गर्लफ्रेंड बना ली जिंदगी में, अब मैं खुश हो सकता हूँ, अब मैं मर सकता हूँ आराम से, राइट? आई हैव प्रूव्ड माई मैस्कुलिनिटी, आई हैव प्रूव्ड माई सेल्फ इन द वर्ल्ड, बिकॉज मैंने एक बंदी बना ली जिंदगी में। तो आई वाज लाइक भाई कोई भी चलेगी, लाइक आई डोंट हैव एनी स्टैंडर्ड्स, लाइक कुछ भी दे दे मेरे को तू, एक मोटी बंदी, यू नो, लाइक नॉट टू, आई एम नॉट ट्राइंग टू बी शेमफुल टू एनीबडी, आई एम नॉट ट्राइंग टू शेम हियर एनीबडी, बट या, जस्ट आई एम जस्ट स्टेटिंग द फैक्ट. So if somebody who is overweight, somebody who is much older than me, somebody, you know, who is very insecure about herself, I'm like, I don't care, man. Like, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, Rahul, do you think that you can even get a decent girl? It is not possible. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता भैया. तुम क्यों इतना हवा में उड़ रहे हो? एक बंदी, and like you are trying to get girls of Delhi, bro. एक ऐसी बंदी ढूंढ जो यूपी या बिहार से है, एंड उससे बात करना, लाइक कैसे भी ये चलेगा? तुझे क्यों चाहिए अच्छा? तुझे क्यों चाहिए अच्छा? तूने देखा आज तक किसी को तेरे आसपास अच्छा मिलते हुए? नहीं. तो तुझे क्यों चाहिए अच्छा? तुझे पता है जब नहीं मिलेगा कुछ अच्छा, सो व्हाई द फक आर यू ट्राइंग? व्हाई द फक आर यू ट्राइंग टू go after something that you don't know, that you will never get, you can't get? So I had a huge block in my mind, in my life, whenever I thought about doing something. So while I was growing up, I kind of, you know, worked on myself, and I kind of found out where this problem was, and I was able to do some good things in my life. There was a time when I was playing music, I was able to play at some good places. I was able to win in some battle of bands and some musical tournaments. I was able to do a very amazing live shows. And to be honest, for me, I thought that लोग इतना पागल क्यों है म्यूजिक, लाइक म्यूजिक इज सो इजी टू मेक, लाइक it was very easy for me to learn drums. Like I learned drums, I learned how to play drums very well in 1 year. I learned how to play guitar in 6 months. It was very easy for me to learn any musical instrument. Music came naturally. I'm like, log itna marte kyun hai is music ke upar? It is so easy, like anybody can play it, right? And the same thing was with the same thing with everything I did. I was like, इतना easy तो है, like why are people, you know, dying about football? Like इतना easy तो है, anybody can, all you have to do is like ऐसे kick करना, ये करना, वो. I completely understood how to play football. I completely understood how to play cricket. I completely understood how to play music, how to make music, how to understand music, how to improve your music, right? But I never had the self confidence to think that इसमें मैं कुछ अच्छा कर सकता हूँ. Like I learned it, that's good enough for me. I learned it in 3 months. Guitar मैंने 6 महीने में सीखा, it's good enough. In 6 months, I was playing Hotel California on guitar. But I never thought that I could be anything more than that, right? And this has been a major poison in my life, right? This has been major poison in my life. And you can also relate to this. I don't think like a lot of you would have such a fucked up background as me. I don't think you would, you know, you would be able to relate to this, because yes, when I was thinking, when I got into game, unlike you guys, unlike a lot of you guys who might be into game for, you know, having some fun and uh, meeting amazing girls and having cool, like amazing dating life or having amazing sex life. My entire goal through game was just not to be virgin, right? Just not to die alone. That's it. My entire goal when I thought about my dating life or my social life, I always kept my goals as low as possible, as low as possible. Like ये like this is zero, like this is something like anything anybody can do, right? Let's say this is zero, जो एक पत्थर कर सकता है, जो एक tree कर सकता है. I just kept my goals a little bit higher than what a tree or a patthar would be able to do. And it was when I was working on this, when I actually got to know about this, like god damn, I felt so sad, I felt so I felt so stupid. I felt that I have drained away a lot of my life, and it was very painful for me to understand this on my own. But where did it come from? You might also be facing these things. You might not be very aware about these. You might be thinking that well, everything is going to, like this is how life is supposed to be, and you cannot get over it. You cannot get good in life. You cannot get successful. You cannot get what you want in life. You cannot date the kind of girls that you actually want in life. You cannot live the kind of life that you actually want to live. We all have been thinking that. And if you are somebody who has gone through that problem, if you're somebody who has faced this problem in life, then I sincerely and genuinely want to bring this video to you so that you can get some insights into this problem and you can begin to make your life a little bit better. So, the first thing is a lack of role models. When you're growing up, when any person is growing up, if they don't see anybody around them succeeding, it becomes their reality. It becomes their reality. They start to believe that people only succeed in movies. It does not happen in real life. अगर उनके सामने रियल लाइफ में होएगा भी ऐसा, if they even see somebody succeeding in life, then they're going to think, well, this person got lucky. This person was lucky enough to do this person was lucky enough to be at the right place, meet the right people, you do the right thing at the right time, and he had that natural talent that I never had, that obviously I never had, because if I had that natural talent, I would also be successful. But since I am not successful, I must not have that natural talent. This is how people are thinking. And a lot of people, I think, even in dating, even in game, in personal development, what a lot of people go for, it's not actually what they actually want. It's not actually what they are looking for, and not what they actually desire. What a lot of people go for is one step above than average. Okay, so if people around them have slept with one girls or two girls in the life, they're going to think that if I sleep with three girls, and then my life will be better, my life will be successful. If people around them are earning 50,000 rupees per month, so if they start to earn 55,000 rupees per month, for them it's good enough. For them, they have done what they wanted in life, or like they have achieved everything in life. And when I talk to other people, I see this happening very, very constantly. I see this happening like almost unconsciously. Like they are doing this, they are living this pattern, but they don't know. So let's talk about that. Okay. Sorry to give such a long intro, but now we are going to get into the actual. Now we are going to get into the actual step-by-step topics. The first is a lack of role model. So as we have already talked about before, if nobody in your family was good enough in life, then you would also probably not be good enough in life. You would also be unhappy in life. You would also not be getting what you actually want in life. So it is important for you to have healthy role models. It is important for you to have good role models who you can learn from, who you can be inspired from, who you can spend some time around, and who can teach you something about life, right? For a lot of people, naturally, it is supposed to be the dad. For some people, it's also their mom. For me, it was my mom, because my mom was doing good in life, and not very good in life, but decent in life. She was, like she was doing good enough in order to survive. So yeah, and a lot of people have elder brothers, or maybe an uncle, or maybe a cousin who is doing good in the life, maybe a mama, maybe a mommy, maybe mommy ki bete, anybody. It can be somebody who might be doing something good in the life. And by you spending some time with them, what happens is, if you spend some time with them, they will rub off on you. You spend some time with them, what will happen is this will become a reality. If you don't spend some time with them, and if you just know that that person is successful, for you it might be hard to believe because you don't know that person, right? He does not seem to be human to you because he has achieved so much in life. And if you don't know him, if you don't spend time with him, तो just like तुम्हें ऐसा लगेगा कि this person was already gifted, he did not do anything. But if you actually get to know that person, then you will know his story, then you will see him more in a human light. You will see him more in a much more human light, humanistic view. Yeah? You will see him more of a person. You will see him, like if you start to spend time with successful people, you'll start to think that यार ये तो मेरे जैसे ही हैं. Like these people are exactly like me. These people have same problems. These people don't know a lot of things. These people are not perfect. These people you know, are not very lucky. They also go through problems. Like when you start spending time with some successful people, then it will become reality. For you, you will start thinking that for a human being to be successful, it is possible. It is possible for a normal human being like me, for a normal man or woman like me to be successful because you have known a successful person. This is the first problem. The second problem is when we are growing up in that kind of a society, that kind of a culture, that kind of a upbringing, then we might start to think that the world is a very scarce place because, for example, when I used to go buy clothes for my birthday, I always had a limit. I always had a limit, like मेरे को 1,000 या रुपए 1,000 रुपए या 2,000 रुपए से ज्यादा खर्च नहीं करना है. Like this is it. Like my maximum expenditure on my birthday would be like around 2,000 rupees max. That would be the highest amount. I would think that यार इससे ज्यादा नहीं मिल सकता. I would be living in scarcity. Uh, Scarcity because there was a lack of resources when I was growing up, and it might be you also. You might have also faced this problem that where you are growing up, there might be a lack of resources. So you have to fight for what you have. Like you might have seen other people saving 10 rupees, 20 rupees, every penny, right? And you might think that, yaar, इतना पैसा तो दुनिया में है नहीं, so obviously people should save money. Like people should not spend money. And we start to think that the world is scarce. Like there is a limited amount of things in the world. There is a limited amount of money in the world. There is a limited amount of like people in the world. We develop a scarcity mindset because obviously we never had abundance in our life, right? If you like that shoe, and if you go to your parents and you're like, papa मेरे को ये जूता खरीदना है, your parents are naturally going to say, बेटा इसका दाम देखा है कितना है? Have you seen what is the price of this shoe will cost you 10,000 rupees. इतने में तो घर चल जाएगा लोगों का. इतना में इतने महंगा जूता थोड़ी खरीदते हैं. आर यू क्रेजी? ये जूते बस रईस लोग खरीदते हैं, ठीक है, जिनके पास पहले से ही पैसा है. So you will develop a scarcity mindset, and this scarcity mindset will come in every area of your life. The third part is uh, in these kind of families, usually, like our last example, if you have to buy something or if you like something, like for example, I wanted to buy a bike, but when I actually saw my parents' condition, I'm like, dude, a bike is going to be, if I bought a bike, it would hurt my family's financial condition so much. So I should not buy a bike. Buying a bike would be a bad idea for me. Even very few people in my family have a car, even right now. Very few, like actually, like most people in my family travel with a bike, and it seems so. So embarrassed after saying all these things, but yeah, I just wanted to be real with you guys. So a lot of people in my family still just travel by bike, and yeah, they don't have iPhones. Go with the they go with the cheapest phone with the highest values, with the highest features. So like, yeah, basically these kind of things. Like nobody in my family like really buys a lot of branded clothes. Everybody goes for something cheap and something which is durable. No brands. We don't talk about brands at all. So just like our previous example, the next point that I'm talking about is limits on personal experience or playing it safe. So what we learn growing up is we have to play life very safely. Like there is a limited resources of things, and people are going to judge you on everything that you say, everything that you do, and you're always on the line. You cannot fail ever. You have to maintain your reputation, you have to maintain your respect, you have to maintain your self image, right? Which is obviously a false respect, because if you actually talk to other people, you'll know very soon that they don't really respect you. So limits on your personality. If you want to play a game, uh, everybody around you will be like, if like let's say if you wanted to play cricket, everybody around you would be like, don't play cricket. You should be studying, right? If you play, you will fail in life. Uh, like if you have, like, I heard these kind of things while growing up. Like if you go out and if you make friends, friends are going to ruin your life. If you talk to women, your life will be ruined. These kind of things, I heard this a lot, right? I heard this a lot. I was specially taught not to talk to people, not to maintain eye contact with people, not to say anything when other people are talking, like just try to be as invisible as possible. So I developed this. Okay, you might have also faced through this. What I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to go through all the points through my experience, hoping that at some point of time you are also going to connect to something that I'm saying. So limits on personal experience and playing it safe. And the last part is developing toxic shame and developing a guilt and developing unworthiness. So what happens is, if you are born and brought up in this kind of a culture, if you are born and brought up in this kind of family, there are two things we can do. The first thing is we can hate or blame our family because they did not provide the right solutions for us, or we can try to deal with that ourselves. So there are a lot of things that you might have heard about inner child healing. Why I don't buy into inner child healing, and the reason I have not been talking about inner child healing a lot, is because inner child healing sounds very nice, but it is impossible to have a trauma free life. It is impossible to have a trauma free childhood. It doesn't matter if you are born in Bill Gates family, if you are born in रतन टाटा के फैमिली में, रतन टाटा के घर में अगर तुम जन्मे हो, then also you are going to have traumas. Then also you're going to have, because a child is irrational. A child has a very small sense of worldview. A child is very needy, it's very dependent. So if you're born anywhere in the world at any point of time in the world, every child grows up with some kind of trauma or the other. But fortunately, a lot of these traumas are successfully suppressed by our mind. We develop healthy belief systems and healthy mindsets to cope with these traumas. And a lot of people, like, inner child development is a very recent thing that has been happening, and in actuality, it is not very popular in like analytical psychology or psychoanalysis. It is not very popular. Inner child healing is something which is kind of a, like, एक psychological term को, like, for example, the divine child, Carl Jung talked about the divine child. सो एक साइकोलॉजिकल कॉन्सेप्ट को लेके उसको स्पिरिचुअलिटी में जोड़ दिया गया, एंड दिस इज हाउ इनर चाइल्ड हीलिंग केम इनटू बीइंग. So what I'm trying to say is, everybody has inner child issues, okay? And if everybody has inner child issues, then nobody should be able to succeed in life, right? If there are some people succeeding in life in this world, and actually there are a lot of people who are succeeding in life in this entire world, then they have somehow repressed or suppressed or gotten over their inner child, traumas, or whatever, bad experiences they might have faced in the childhood. So if we focus too much about traumas, about past life, about like things like this, about past life traumas, about childhood traumas, then what we do is we start identifying with the past, and we again start playing very safe. Because अगर एक छोटी सी एक्सपीरियंस, अगर एक छोटा सा इनकन्वीनियंस हमें ट्रॉमा दे सकता है, सो हमें क्या क्या ट्रॉमा नहीं दे सकता है. So if you go through a breakup, then you might say, like, I'm traumatized, and therefore I will not be able to make any good relationships in the future. So this is a bad way to think about life. What you're thinking about life, like, life is supposed to be thought in present and future, right? Life is supposed to be thought in present and future. Like you decide what your future is going to be, or what kind of future do you want, and you take action in the present time to make sure that you reach the future that you're looking for, or to develop the right path so that you have the highest chance of reaching the future that you have built for yourself. So again, this is one of the reasons why I don't really buy into childhood traumas, or why I don't really buy into inner child healing, because it sounds nice and it might be a good experience for anybody. But I think that those problems can be solved in the present tense, in the present time, or by actively working on yourself. So we are going to talk about some things. We are going to talk about a couple of things. But if you want proper solutions, then what you'll have to do is you'll have to join my group. You'll have to come and talk about your life. So we have a group. The links are going to be down below. If you want to join the group, please come and join the group, and let me know what are the things that you want to work on. Get on a call with me and we will sort out that problem for you. So when we grow up, we feel that all these things that I have described, what happens is, after we have gone through this, when we grow up, we start believing in a couple of things. The first thing that we believe in is we are not okay the way we are. There is something lacking in us. Okay, so we need something extra in order to get what we want. We are not worthy enough, right? We develop a feeling, or we develop a core belief that we are broken in some way, is that we have a fault in ourselves. We develop these kind of traumas, we develop these kind of core beliefs because of these experiences that we have talked about. Another thing that we develop is we start to feel insignificant, or we start to feel unimportant and small. If you have gone through a rough upbringing, or if you're not lucky enough to win the genetic lottery and uh, you know get born into a family that was very well, that was kind of successful, then you might develop a feeling that, yeah, मैं insignificant हूँ, I don't matter, like I'm not important. So this kind of thing. Another thing that we develop is a low self-esteem, or a actually no self-esteem, right? So instead of having any kind of self-esteem, if you come from that kind of background, then you will start believing that you don't have any self-esteem. Your self-esteem will be very, very near to zero. Another thing that we do is we develop a weak sense of ego, or a weak sense of self. Ego is what we think we are. Ego is like, there is a lot of discussions and there is a lot of confusions around what ego is. Let me tell you what ego exactly is. Ego is our perceived self. Ego is simply our perceived self, who we think we are. That's it. इतना ही ego है. So ego क्या है कि हम अपने दिमाग में अपनी क्या आइडेंटिटी बना के रखे हुए हैं. Okay, who we think we are, what is our perceived self, that is ego. So if I think that um, let's say if I think that I am not a religious person, so this I that I use, that is ego. I can very well be like, I am a religious person. I can very well be like, I used to think that मैं religious नहीं था पहले, but now मेरे life में कुछ कुछ ऐसी चीजें हो गई हैं that have made me religious. So now my ego has become religious. So ego is completely in your control. What you think, or the story you have told about yourself to yourself, is your ego. Okay. This ego is the seat of your identity. Ego is the seat of your ambitions, desires. Ego is your, you can say, the center of control. Having a good ego, having a healthy ego is very, very important in life. So we can develop a weak sense of ego or weak sense of self. Another thing we can develop is approval seeking behaviors. So approval seeking behavior simply means that whatever we do, we are always looking for somebody else to compliment us. We are always looking for somebody else. Like भाई मेरे को कुछ compliment दे दे, मेरे बारे में कुछ अच्छा बोल दे, right? So we are always looking for approval from other people, from other women, from our society, from our friends, from our colleagues, from our boss. We constantly look for approval because we think that other people need to constantly remind us that what we have done is good enough, or what we said is good enough, or who we are is okay enough, right? We constantly chase approval. If you are born and brought up like this, if you are a nice guy, then you are going to be constantly chasing approval, and you're also going to be avoiding disapproval. So you will try to avoid any situation in which you might feel that you're not being approved, or लोग तुम्हारे बारे में अच्छा नहीं बोल रहे. So if there is a chance that you might be criticized, you would try to run away from that place. Another thing is not believing in ourselves. So obviously, if we go through this, our self belief, our self trust is going to be very weak, because we did not see anybody else do it. We did never got the chance to do it. We never got chance to, you can say, build our gifts. So we end up not believing in ourselves, and we end up having very, very low trust in ourselves. So we actually think that, we like, we cannot do that. A core belief ban jati hai again, that this cannot be done by me. I am not good enough to do that. So I don't trust myself to actually achieve what I want in life. I don't trust myself to get the kind of girl that I want in life. I don't believe in myself enough to chase the kind of goals that I want to chase. I don't, believe myself, like believe in myself enough to make the kind of life that I want to make. If you have gone through that experience, these are some of the things that you might face. Another thing is, we develop self-limiting beliefs. We develop self-limiting beliefs like, you know, uh, since I come from this background, I won't be able to, build a business, or I won't be able to become a musician, because I don't think I'm good enough in music. So I won't be able to become a businessman. I won't be able to become an author. I won't be able to attract the kind of girls that I want to date in life, or I won't be able to attract the kind of people that I want to be friends with, in life. These are all limiting beliefs. So you have beliefs that are limiting yourself, and you will have rationalizations. For example, if you ask a person who is not good enough with women, like, bro, why do you think you're not good enough with women? Instead of saying the truth, like, what he should actually say is, I am not good with women because I have not talked to a lot of people, and I have not taken time to understand how, social cues work, how society works, how communication works. I have not taken time to develop my own communication skills, my own social skills. And whenever I have talked to women, I was always, I was always feeling, I always thought that it was any rejection that I got, I took it personally. Instead of learning from that, I took it personally. So I never became good with women. So this is something that he should actually say. But what he says is, I'm not good with women because I don't have looks, or I don't have enough money, or I am not rich, or I am not successful, or I am not high status. This is the reason I'm not good with women. Bro, that is a very, very good lie. That is a very good, well calculated lie that we tell ourselves, that we are bad with women because XYZ reasons. Similarly, if you can ask somebody, like, bro, why don't you have the kind of, why don't you have the kind of job that you want in life? Then that person might be like, because, bro, I was not from a very good college, or because, bro, I'm not very good at what I do, or because, bro, my boss doesn't like me enough, or because, bro, uh, मेरे सारे colleagues politics कर रहे हैं मेरे पीठ के पीछे, and they are saying something bad about me to my boss, or because, bro, of this reason, because that reason, because of that instead of actually, instead of actually looking at the real issue, why they are not getting what they want in life, which is taking action, which is going after what you actually want, which is facing your fears, which is learning new stuff, which is building discipline, which is building habits, building commitment, building perseverance, these kind of things. What they will do is, they will generally give you a fake story that they have told themselves, a fake lie that they have told themselves. Okay. Another thing is, they will have self-sabotaging behavior, which is similar to self-limiting beliefs. So these are the symptoms and the problems that we face in life. I have talked about a lot of problems right now, and I'm pretty sure that you would be able to relate to something. अगर ऐसी कोई चीज है जिससे रिलेट कर पा रहे हो तुम लोग, then leave them in the comments. Let's see what are the things that are common in everybody. It will be good to know what kind of problems we all face in life. We all face in our confidence, with dating, with everything else. So take a moment, pause this video, and comment what kind of things that you have been through, or what are some points that resonated with you the most, and then we are going to talk about the solutions. Oh. So I'm going to be reading all the comments. I'm going to be replying to all the comments. So make sure that you comment there. Let's go into the solution. First solution: if it frightens you, do it. If it scares you, do it. Face your fears. If there is something that you are scared of, make a note in your life to do it. Right? I'm not talking about going bungee jumping or going skydiving. You can also do that, but fear as in fear of speaking what you really believe in. So if you are scared of saying what you really believe in because you think that other person or other people might start to dislike you, or they might say something bad, negative, they might say, they might make fun of you if you actually say what you believe in, then do it. Let other people make fun of you. Go through this pain. It's okay. Go through this pain. Most often than not, people are not going to make fun of you. And you have to understand that when you go through your fears, you are going to learn directly through life. Okay, you're going to learn directly through life. If you face your fear, like fear is like a door to the other side of you, to the better you, to the you 2.0. So अगर तुम्हें अपना version 2.0 बनना है, so you'll have to go through the door which is fear. You'll have to pass from fear, you have to face fear, you have to stand in the face of fucking fear, and you have to be like, भाई मेरी गांड फटी हुई, मेरे को बहुत ज्यादा डर लग रहा है, मुझे कुछ पता नहीं है मैं क्या होने वाला है अभी। लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाएंगे, मैं फेल कर जाऊंगा, मेरे दोस्त मेरे को छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, बहुत सारी चीजें बुरी होंगी मेरे साथ, लेकिन मैं ये करूंगा। क्यों करूंगा? बिकॉज आई हैव टू बी फियरलेस, आई वॉन्ट टू फेस माई फियर्स। सो फेस योर फियर्स while also have faith and while also know that जो भी होगा you will be able to handle it. चाहे कितनी भी बुरी सिचुएशन हो, अपने आप से बोल कि भाई जो भी होगा, जितनी बुरी सिचुएशन भी होगी, राइट, मैं हैंडल कर लूंगा। आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डाई, राइट? इतना तो भरोसा है कि यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू डाई, राइट? इफ यू से व्हाट यू एक्चुअली बिलीव इन, इफ यू स्पीक your truth, then other people might get offended here and there, other people might dislike you, but actually it will be good for your soul, because it will, like, you finally listened to what you wanted to say, you finally listened to yourself, you finally listened to your inner voice, you finally listened to your inner self, right? To your inner soul, to your personal soul. So what this will do is this will build a little bit of a trust in yourself. This will build a little bit of self-love. This will build a little bit of self-respect. This will build your ability to stand on your own feet. So the point is, अगर किसी चीज से डर लग रहा है, if you are scared of something, do it. If something frightens you, do it. अगर सामने एक बड़ी हॉट बंदी खड़ी है, do it. क्या होगा? रिजेक्ट करेगी? Tell yourself that you will be able to handle it. Tell yourself that चाहे जो हो जाए, I will be able to handle it. It doesn't matter what happens in life, कितनी भी बुरी सिचुएशन हो, you will be able to handle it. I'm telling you right now, you will be able to handle it, okay? दुनिया नहीं फटेगी, मीटियोर नहीं गिरेगा, डायनासोर्स जैसे हम एक्सटिंक्ट नहीं होंगे. So you will be able to handle it. It's okay. Go through your fears. Second, go through your anxieties. Face your anxiety. If you think that भाई मेरी इंग्लिश अच्छी नहीं है, so बोल, लोगों के सामने जाके इंग्लिश बोलना स्टार्ट कर. Go in front of people and start speaking in English. Even if you are speaking in fucked up English, speak in English. Okay? Let other people correct you. Let other people, be like, bro, क्या बोल रहा है? It doesn't make sense. Ask them, bro, इसके अलावा क्या बोलना चाहिए? Help me out. Ask for help. This is going to be another point. Ask for help. Okay. But before going to the next point, I want to elaborate the first point a little bit more. The going through the insecurity. If you think that you're insecure about your looks, fine, go through it. If you think that you're insecure about your looks, you have to understand that, like, for example, I was insecure about my hair fall. I was insecure about the fact that my hair is getting thin and thin. Now it is okay, but at some point it was getting thin. मैंने क्या करा? I shaved my head. I'm like, okay, let's fucking face it. क्या होगा? What is the worst that will happen? I will go bald, right? Let's go bald and let's see what happens. So I went bald and I remained bald for 1 year. एक साल तक I was bald. Nothing happened in my life. Nothing bad happened in my life. I still got the same kind of results with women. I still got the same kind of results with other people. हाँ, मैं अपने आप को बोल रहा था कि भाई क्या कर रहा है, like this is chutiapa, why are you doing this? But other people did not seem to really care. So the next time I went bald, I had no issues with it. I'm like, I am not having a single fear, or I'm not having a single negative emotion when the guy is shaving my head, because I have already gone through this insecurity. So this insecurity is something that you have. If you are insecure that you're not rich, then expose this insecurity in front of other people. Okay, especially in front of your friends, especially in front of your friends or people that you trust, right? So expose this insecurity. Be like, bro, पता है मुझे ऐसा लगता है ना कि मैं बहुत रईस नहीं हूँ, तो I feel very bad about myself because I am not rich. Other people are, see what other people say, right? Other people are going to be like, bro, that's fine, that's okay, it's okay. Like, तू मेरे लिए, मैं तेरे लिए इसीलिए नहीं हूँ, मैं तेरे साथ इसीलिए नहीं हूँ कि तू रईस है, तेरे पास पैसा है. आई एम नॉट जस्ट फ्रेंड्स विथ यू बिकॉज यू आर रिच. एंड द सेम विल हैपन विथ women. Women are not just going to be with you because you are rich. If you don't make them feel something, if you don't know how to talk, if you don't know how to communicate, if you don't know how to, attract, if you don't know how to game, nahi hone wala. So just because you have money, people are not going to do shit for you because you have money. Like, even if you have money, what are you going to do? Are you going to give me money? Unless and until you don't give me money, then what difference does it make if you are not very rich or if you are average? It doesn't make any difference to me. As long as you're cool with me, I am cool with that, right? As long as you treat me with respect, as long as you care about me, as long as you are a good friend to me, I don't have any problem. And this is what most people are going to say. So face your insecurities and face your fears. Tell yourself that whatever happens, I'll handle it. Tell yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen? I will be able to handle it. Fuck it, let's do it. So just do it for the sake of it. Another point is ask for help. If you're going through these things, if you are, trying to improve your life, if you're trying to be a better person, ask for help from other people. Don't be shy. Ask for what you want. If you want somebody to, like, let's say for example, अगर तुम्हारे दोस्तों ने एक पार्टी रखी है, तुम्हें नहीं बुलाया, so you tell them like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? मेरे को भी आना था पार्टी में, मेरे को क्यों नहीं बुलाया? Next time whenever you do a party, call me. Okay, अगर नहीं बुलाना है पार्टी में, so it's okay, fine. But next time whenever you have a party, I want you guys to call me. Start asking for what you want from other people. Okay, start asking for help, start asking for their opinions. Start, let other people help you. Okay, अगर कोई बोल रहा है कि ब्रो, यू नो भाई, तू अपना ड्रेसिंग सेंस अच्छा कर ले, सो आस्क देम, ब्रो हेल्प कर दे यार ड्रेसिंग सेंस अच्छा करने में. आस्क देम लाइक, ब्रो हेल्प मी आउट, क्या पहनूं बता. सो आस्क देम, आस्क फॉर हेल्प एंड लेट अदर पीपल हेल्प यू. रिसीव दैट help. Okay, ask for help. Another point is, go after what you really want. Don't just go after the bare minimum. Okay, don't just go after the lowest hanging fruit. Don't just go after what seems to be the easiest thing for you to get. Go after what you actually want, because the less you like, the more you shrink back from life, the more it will become a habit, and the lower your self-esteem is going to be. Okay, so the more you fail to take action in the face of life, the more you will internalize this pattern, the more you will internalize this belief system. This will become a mental pattern for you. So what you have to do is, you don't have to go for something which is safe, you don't have to go for something which is the lowest hanging fruit, जो सबसे easy चीज है उसकी तरफ मत जाओ. Go towards something that you actually want, you actually really want. Right, go towards something that you actually really want. Okay, another point is, be more selfish and put yourself first. Sorry. So be more selfish and put yourself first. Whenever you're talking to people in life in general, you have to understand that the only person that you need to please in this entire life is yourself. There is nobody else that you are supposed to please. The only person that you are supposed to be making happy is yourself. So put yourself first. Be very selfish. Okay. Unless and until you are happy, you won't be able to make other people happy anyways. Unless and until you know something, you won't be able to teach other people anyways. Unless and until you are doing good in life, you won't be able to help other people anyways. So before helping others, try to help yourself. Try to be selfish. Try to think about what you want in life, not what other people are basically doing in life. Okay. Try to put yourself first in every situation. Next point is you can handle whatever comes in life. We have already talked about it, so you have to remind yourself that अपने आप से बोलना पड़ेगा बार बार कि it doesn't matter what happens in life, I will be able to handle it, I will be able to face it. Another point, stop doing it right all the time. Okay, stop trying to do everything right, stop trying to play life safely. There's an amazing quote that I would like to share with you. The quote is that to live is to engage partly on the part of experience itself without any guarantees that you will be safe or you will be successful. So, this quote is from Denial of Death by Ernest Baker. This is an amazing book that I read. This book is crazy, crazy good. So, the quote is very simple. The quote means that in life, you have no guarantees. You have no guarantees of safety. You have no guarantees of comfort. You have no guarantees of happiness. You have no guarantees of anything. You have no guarantees of comfort or safety or success. The best you can do is fight your fight in the present moment and let other things be. Let go of what you cannot control and control what you can control. So, again, life comes without guarantees. You can die tomorrow, right? You can die tomorrow very, very well. So, life comes without any guarantees. You have to face actual life. Okay, you have, if something is making you anxious, go do it. If something is making you scared, go do it. The problem comes when we try to avoid the emotions like, fear or anxiety or insecurity or depression, right? If we try to avoid these things, then we never learn. There is a reason these things are in your life. The reason is they are there to teach you something. These emotions like depression, anxiety, fear, insecurities, these emotions are there to teach you anything. And you'll only be able to learn if you actually genuinely present yourself in that emotion and learn what that emotion is trying to teach you. So face your fears. If it scares you, do it. If you are anxious about something, do it even more. You will learn from that. Okay, so this was the video about how to get what you want in life, how to have the right mindsets. If you're trying to do anything in life, whether if you're trying to go out and get good with free people, if you're trying to learn game, if you're trying to learn attraction or pick up, whatever it is, if you're trying to make money, if you're trying to be good in anything in life, if you're trying to find happiness in life, if you're trying to find any kind of happiness or any kind of success in life, then this is something that will help you a lot. So thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to this channel, नीचे button है, please subscribe, because a lot of new videos will be coming, and we are going to be talking about topics which are related to life. We are going to be talking about topics that are related to pickup, that are related to game, that are related to your personal development. So if you want to be the best version of yourself, and if you want to live your life at the fullest level possible, then you can join my group, you can subscribe to the channel, you can let me know what are the things that you face and what are the videos that I should be making. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.